Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Good
Anushya.
afternoon, all. On behalf of IOT Academy, I welcome you all for the fifth session of National Level FDP on the art of research. Let me introduce the resource person of today's session, Dr. Srinivasa Patmaka. Dr. Srinivasa Patmaka is working as Professor, PG Commerce and Management at Keshav Memorial Institute of Commerce and Sciences, Telangana. His qualifications include PhD from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University on thesis on banking technologies, EMBA, National Institute of Business Management with specialization in CRM and HRM. MPhil, Madurai Kamaraj University and Philosophy dissertation in Commerce. He has also worked as a senior counselor, panel team academic inspector, and government service senior lecturer. He has attended several workshops like Ideas to Spark Your Research Project, and NAAC assessment and accreditation process and overview. He has also done a lot of community services. With this, I hand over the session to Dr. Srinivasa Patmakar. Sir,
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your wonderful introduction, madam. Very happy. Brief introduction is very enough for us because we have to dedicate this session to the major part to our participants. I hope all the participants join by this time. Uh, Majority of the participants are studying in different courses, I think. Some of all the doctorates are here. I have seen some of all the doctorates available for this today's session. I am very happy to see you all. Please, madam,
let's
please
start
share.
presenting your
Please,
slides, sir.
yes. Just before that, I will give some introduction to the research. Today's topic is how to write a research article. That is our topic allotted by the IOT Academy. I am very much thankful for the IOT Academy for giving this wonderful opportunity for all of us, not only by me, not only for me, for all of us participants for the so many days, for the previous 1 week. Our participants experienced by getting knowledge from the different subject for the different subjects belonging to the research process. Further, the IoT Academy is giving a wonderful opportunity to all of our participants and even for the resource persons also. Resource persons also. By giving lecturing, we will also enlighten with different topics. We will prepare for that. For giving this lecture, we will prepare on different aspects regard to the different topics given for us. It is an in such a way, it is a great opportunity for me also. For me also, not only for me and resource persons also. For that, I start my session with this research. It is an academic activity. It is an academic activity. Generally, students will join in different courses, the general conventional courses and professional courses and technical courses. They will concentrate 3 to 4 years to complete their courses in different subjects and they will got degrees definitely. After degrees, they will be in the employment. They will be in the employment. But course, during the course of any nature of the course, any conventional course or technical course, research must be there. Research must be there. Research is a systematic investigation to find out a solution to an existing critical problem. If there is any problem, either in the life or in the workplace or in the field, we have to search for the different solutions and we have to think it of how to overcome from the problem. In such a way, research will start. Research is a systematic investigation to find out a solution to an existing critical problem. Research is a scientific way of approach to resolve a problem by conducting investigation or aspects. Investigation means inquiry. Inquiry. For example, if any problem is there in a particular area or a particular location, particular place, we will just inquire them and we will get the data. We will get the data and we will get the information from the respondents concerned, definitely. Ah, and we will give certain solutions for that. The data will be evaluated and processed and analyzed, and we will try to get the solution through different research processes. That is investigation of the research. Research is a meant for growth and development of an individual and organizations also. In the organizations also, before inventing a new product or service, for that, prior to that invention, the organization, people, experts, they will think it off and they will finalize the innovative products by different process through the different process. In such a way, research is meant for growth and development of the organization or for the individual also, how to develop ourselves, how to develop personality development, how to develop personally, and how to develop our educationally, how to develop in career development. These are all various aspects for the personal development through the research. On the organization purposes, how to enhance skills and development, how to progress financially, how to give the customer satisfaction, how to invent a new product. That is all come through the research. For it leads to the growth and development of the organization. And my voice is audible to all of you. Hello, my dear students, participants.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, right. Research is a scientific, these are all introduction part of my topic. Research is a scientific approach. There is a scientific approach for the research process. There is a systematic process, scientific process, scientific approach for inventing a product or service for the usage of the public. For example, recently, worldwide COVID situation we have faced, a dangerous situation we have all faced. After that, at the first wave, you have no medicine, no tests process, no testing process also, no medicines, no idea for the doctors also how to give the treatment for this COVID. After that, number of researchers worldwide taken up. How to overcome this problem? What are the medicines we have to invent for the welfare of the public? Because of the result, after so many trials, so many experiments, so many trials, they at last they invented medicines and vaccines. In such a way, it is a scientific way of approach. Research is a scientific way of approach, inventing a product or service for the usage of the public. The best example is COVID vaccination. So it is a scientific victory worldwide. Worldwide is a scientific victory for the public health, how to safeguard the public from the different pandemics. Research is an experimental trial till the success reaches. Continuous, it is a continuous process. It is not one day program. It is a continuous process. It is continuously we are going to experiment on should be on trials till the success reaches. We will start the program, we will continue the program, we will process the program, and we will analyze it. We will collect the data, we will analyze it. That is the continuous process. It will not stop. It is everywhere. It is universal. It is universal. It is everywhere also. Research is an innovative academic activity. Generally, faculty also, they will concentrate to complete their syllabus in a stipulated time to the students. Later on, after completion, they will conduct the examinations, award the certificates. Generally, major institutions time and their services only limited to this major activity only. But in addition to that, for the growth and development of the organizations, for the growth and development of the brain power of the students, for the well development of their knowledge, research is very, very important. Research is with their interested topic, with their interested topic on a different problems. We have to go for research, how to overcome that problem, how to get solve the problem. For that, research must be there in academic activities, in the academic institutions also. We have to give the foundation. We have to give the foundation to the students through the faculty, through the faculty, either in the educational institutions or in the universities or in various institutions. Research must be there. It must be parallel to the academic activity also, to the regular academic activity also. For that, recently on the degree education in the UG courses also, paper submissions, seminars, and project submissions, project works are introduced recently. Previously, the project submissions and seminars and other research activities are confined to the UG courses and professional courses and management courses only. Recently, to give an importance to this research work, it has been introduced in the UG level also. UG level also. In such a way, research is an innovative academic activity for the academicians and scientists to study in depth on a burning problem to undertake a project, work on a problem, specific problem. It is the best example for the research innovation, COVID vaccination, already covered to this part topic. Yes. Research is a fact finding. Research is a fact finding. Why this? We have to search for the coverage of the truth and finding the fact on different aspects. For example, in in an organization, something happened wrong, manipulations, and something happened, misappropriations, manipulation of the accounts, misappropriation of the stock, misappropriation of the goods may happen in the organization. For example, you take, and we have to appoint certain experts team to for the fact finding. They will inquire different related persons and inquire deeply in that aspect and incidents and observe the files. They will find some facts. Who are the responsible for that? Who are the responsible for that? Who will who have involved in that manipulations or misappropriations? That is fact finding process. Fact finding process. For this, detailed investigation for the fact finding should be conducted by the experts team. Experts team. That is the process of the fact finding. It is also kind of the research because we have to we have to search, we have to inquire, we have to approve, see the files, see the incidents, and inquire with so many related persons. Well, for that, it is a research fact finding investigation process because the experts will meet occasionally and frequently. They will inquire to the concerned officials, concerned officers, and see the files, and finally they will prepare a note. They will prepare a report that is called fact finding. This further research through investigation. Investigation means we will also think it of the police inquiry. Police personnel, they will hold certain person and inquire about the incident of the theft, and they will inquire the incident, where it happened, when it happened, what is the time of the happening, when it happened, where it happened, what is your involvement, who, what is the purpose of staying there at that time. Like that, they will inquire. It is a kind of investigation. Research means through investigation also they will find out the facts. That is police crime investigation also. Research is not one day activity. Research is a continuous process. For example, in the organizations, there are so many products or manufacturing every month, every day. According to the market survey, according to the tastes, according to the changing needs of the customers, they are inventing new products in designs, in weight, in quality inputs. They will give additional inputs in the products. This is all the continuous process. In every organization, there is a department, research and development, particularly in the pharma companies. Particularly in the pharma companies, it is a research process will go on continuously, because we have to give additional inputs in the quality in the products for the better satisfaction of the customers and the consumers, according to the needs, according to the changing needs of the customers, according to the pulse of the customers, according to the competitors' products also. We have to update ourselves. We have to update ourselves in the product design. In the product design, that is regular process in the organizations. It is a regular process of the research. Research is a universal activity. Research is a universal activity. Everywhere it is. Research is will go on. For continuous process. It is a continuous process for updating, for updating the products, for updating the growth and development of the organizations and national development, for what are the projects to undertake for the growth and development of the organizations and the country. For that, it is a universal process. Research is a universal process and not confined to a particular country, particular region, particular location. That is, the research is an universal activity. Research is a troubleshooting process. One way, it is a troubleshooting process in the organizations, in the companies. When there is a problem arises with regard to the agitations of the staff, as the protest of the staff members, how to overcome that unsolved demands of the staff members. Extraordinarily they are demanding. Extraordinarily they are demanding to hike the salaries, uh, for better working conditions, for better incentives, for bonus declaration, for promotions. Some of their problems not related to the major problems, generally not related to the monetary. They can solve by the organizations tactfully, by negotiating in such a way, by consultation, by negotiating with the staff members. A minor problems may settle by discussions, by negotiations. The administration process. It is a troubleshooting process. Research in one way, it is a troubleshooting process. Fact finding, troubleshooting process, problem solved process. Where there is a problem, there must be a research process. There must be a research process. We have to think it off, how to overcome, for the persons not to be involved in that, for the settlement. What are the various alternative solutions to settle this problem, to find out the solution. For different alternatives, we have to think it off. And feasibility and possibility also we have to think it off. For what are the various reasons for the problem? What are the various solutions to overcome the problem? That is all the research process. Research is a decision making process. For decision making on a problem, we have to think different solutions, different alternative solution. Best solution should be taken up out of the various solutions. Best solutions we have to select. We have to select, and we have to give the decision. We have to take the decisions for the implementation of the for the overcome of the problem. In such a way, research is a decision making process. This is about the introduction of the research. I hope you are all understanding the concept. What is meant by research? What is the basic idea of the research? What is for the research? What is the nature of the research? How we are getting benefit out of the research? That is my intention to explain the basic concepts of this. Please, madam, please share the screen, please. With PPT, we will concentrate. Now, time is 2:51. Hello, my dear participants. Are you
This slide is okay, sir.
okay? Slide not coming, madam. Slide not coming. Slides not coming.
Are you able to see, sir?
No, no, no. Only my figure. My picture is only I'm seeing. It is not visible slide. Or participants are you visible? The slides. Through PPT, I am going to share my presentation. Madam, is there any problem? Are you participants, are you able to see the slides? Slides not visible, it's no problem. Okay, I have my
It's
own.
visible. Yes, sir. Slides is visible, sir. Slides
Okay,
is
okay,
visible to us.
okay. In first slide, concept on meaning of research. Any research work is an academic activity to know something, to find something which is useful to the society. Research is not for us. Or any research, any kind of research, it is not for self. Of course, self development also something there, but major research is for the purpose of the society development, for society helpful. This research work is to know something, to find something which is useful to the society on certain problem. For the research, we have to find out a certain problem first. Without problem, nobody will think it of about the solution. Generally, for everything, we have to find out a problem. Out of the problem only, we will think how to overcome from that. For that, research is required a particular problem to settle, to solve for the solution, for the searching of the solutions like that. Research is a systematic and scientific process of the collecting and analyzing the data. During the process of the research, during the process of the research, it is scientific, having scientific approach and a systematic procedure is there. Where there is a problem, where there is a problem, we have to go there and we have to collect the data from the concerned people on an area from the respondents concerned about their sufferings, about their problems, and after receiving the data from them, we have to tabulate it in a systematic manner in a tables under the columns and rows, and finally we have to apply the statistical tools, appropriate statistical tools, and analyze it and find out the result and interpret them. This is all systematic process. This is systematic process. For that, for this entire systematic process, problem should be correctly identified. For every research, first of all, the researcher, the research scholar, we have to identify the problem first. Where there is a problem, we have to correctly assess the problem, where it is located, where it is the problem sufferers are there, what is the cause of the problem. For this, we have to think it off. Research is a careful investigation. As we said previously, research is a just like an investigation process, and inquiry in nature. Inquiry in nature. Inquiry in nature means where there is a problem, where there is a sufferings, we have to inquire those concerned people, where there is a problem, for how long they are suffering with that problem, who are the sufferers, elders or youngsters or ladies or gents, like that. We have to inquire the facts and finding of the problem. Next, defining of the research. Defining of the research. What is the basic concept of the research? Already we have explained this. Research is innovative, creative academic activity. Research is innovative and creative activity. Innovative means to find out a solution. To find out a solution. In the organizations, to find out a new product, they will research. They will do the research. How it should be there, how it should be, how the customers are required, how the customers are required that product, what are their requirements, what are the additional inputs they want, what is the size they want, what is the volume they want, like that. We have to inquire all the parts, and this is all innovative and creative. According to the innovation, after innovation, we have to create the product according to the needs and requirements of the customers and consumers. In such a way, research is an innovative to find out a new product and service, like that. As correctly defined by an expert, Clifford and Wody, in the C.R. Kotari, a prominent research author, in 1988, defining and redefining the problems, formulating hypotheses and suggested solutions, collecting with contributions to its further advancement, organization contribution to its further advancements. It is all, problem should be defined first of all. Redefine the problem. Where there is a problem, that should be correctly assessed. Where there is a problem, that should be defined correctly. Where there is a problem, that should be encountered. Try to encounter it. That is all. Evaluation of the data, that is the process of the research, making deductions, reaching conclusions, and finally carefully testing the conclusions to determine whether they fit the formulating hypothesis. Slide, please, madam. Third slide. How to conduct a research? How to conduct research is a continuous process. It is not one day process. It will take time. If we select a topic, if we select a problem on the topic and field, we have to conduct the research in different processes. For that, it is a time taking. It is not one day. It will not complete in a day or two. It will at least take 6 months to 7 months or 1 year to complete the research work, to implement the research results among the public, among the public. That is how to conduct a research. We have to know it. To the knowledge of research methodology provides a training to research scholars. Research methodology. Research methodology is a main process. Main process. In the research methodology, process of data collection. Process of the data collection is there. The data collection must be in two sources: primary sources and secondary sources. There are two sources are there. In the primary sources, researcher himself will collect the data either from the respondents or from the field or from the public concern or from the customers concerned, like that. Researchers himself proceed for the collection of the data himself directly from the respondents through a well-structured questionnaire. Through a well-structured questionnaire. For that, we have to prepare the questionnaire with minimum 15 to 20, 25 questions, direct questions with clarity. We have to prepare it, and it should be circulated among the concerned respondents, and we have to collect the data. We have to collect the data. That is the research methodology. That is one way of the source. Collection of the data from the through well-structured questionnaires from the field level, with the concerned respondents. Next, in the primary source, through the interview. In the interview also, we have to inquire. We have to inquire about the problem, about the incident, about the fact. Like that, we have to inquire directly, face to face, with the concerned officers, concerned persons. Orally, it is face to face. Next, virtually also we can do interview. That is also through interview, face to face, expression wise also we can know some facts. That is also primary source of the data collection. Next, one more is observation. In the field level, in researcher must go himself along with the team also. They can go and observe the situations, observe the circumstances, find out the scene, natural scene there. Like that, by the observation, we can know some data. We can know some of the informations by inquiring orally or by observation, like that. That is also primary source of the data collection. This is also one way. Next is also primary source. This is primary source. First of all, we have to prepare the well-structured questionnaire. Next, by observation. Next, by oral interview. By census. Every 10-year once, Indian government, union government will do the census work, population census work. They will appoint the enumerators and they will send them through the schedules and formats. They will visit each and every house, village, area, districts, and other hamlets, villages also. They will visit each and every house. They will collect the census, population census through the schedules. That is also primary data sources. Next, secondary sources are. These are secondary sources. In the secondary sources, already published data we can use for our research purposes. Already data is available in the printed shape, in the printed and published shape, in the journals, in the magazines. We have data, we have the related data. We can take the data from the concern, from the concern. Data must be related to our topic. Data must be related to our topic. Only related data we have to select, either from primary or the secondary sources. That is. Next, websites. Through the websites, organizational websites. Through the websites, already feeded data also it is available. For example, someone is doing research on banking aspects, the NPAs, non-performing assets of the banking. We have to collect the data either from primary or the secondary data. If we want to get the data through the secondary sources, we have to search in the websites of the concerned bank or the Reserve Bank website. Reserve Bank website. For every research nowadays, it is very easy for the collection of the data. We can have the data through the websites, through the organizational records, Either from personally we can approach or we can get the through the websites also. That is all secondary data. This is all about the research methodology, data collection. Data collection. Next, sampling. Sampling means we have to select a suitable organization. We have to select suitable location. We have to select suitable class of the section of the people. We have to select suitable unit of the total organization for our study. That is the sampling. Appropriate sampling also should we have to take. We have to take for our study. For our study. That is sampling selection. Sampling selection must also be justifiable. Justifiable. It must be related. It must be related to our topic, not beyond to our topic. Not beyond to our topic. For that, this in the research methodology, data collection is very, very important. Next, sampling also very, very important. So, after the data collection, either from the primary sources or in the secondary sources, we have to analyze the data. We have to analyze the data through the tabulation process, and through the statistical tools and techniques, using the tools and techniques, and we have to analyze the data by using the appropriate statistical tools, correlation, standard deviation, and central tendency, averages, and ANOVA, analysis of variance, analysis of covariance, t-test, f-test, z-tests, all these tests which are most appropriate tests we have to apply according to the data, according to the need of the data. Whatever the test that must be applicable, that must be do with the test. And we have to find out the result. We have to find out. That result should be interpreted. That result should be discussed. That is all the process of the research methodology. This entire process should be followed by the researcher. In such a way, training should take in from the different organizations. Every researcher who wants to do the research course, either MPhil or PhD or any other research course, first of all, we have to approach concerned organizations, just like IOT Academy. Just like IOT Academy is the best institutions to inculcate the idea of the research among the research scholars, among the students community, to proceed for the research process. And through the various institutions meant for that, we have to get the training. Without training, What is what? We don't know. How to collect the data? We don't know. How to approach the concerned persons? We don't know. What is the topic selection? We don't know. For all these, we have to get the training either from the researchers. Already they have done the research on organizations. They are meant for giving the training, or from the educational institutions professors. They already done the research, and PhD professors, they are already guiding to the research scholars. For that, we have to get the training first of all. That is the how to conduct before conducting the research. The knowledge of the methodology helps to the researcher in evaluating research and make rational decisions. To take the correct decisions, how to collect the data, that we have to take the decisions either from primary or from the secondary. Primary data only can be analyzed. Primary data only direct data from the concerned respondents. We take it directly from the respondents and we have to tabulate it correctly and scientifically, and we have to analyze it by giving appropriate tools and techniques, and we have to get the results. That is the research analysis process. Only for the primary data that facility is available. The secondary data already they have collected, they have used, researchers already used, they have analyzed, and research dissertation they have completed, research thesis they have completed already. Just for the review of the literature, just for the review of the literature, we have to use their works. We have to use for their works. Next, the knowledge of the research methodology equips knowledge of the research methodology equips the researcher with the tools and helps the researcher with the statistical testing tools. There are so many testing tools are available. Statistics is very, very important. Statistical knowledge is very, very important to every researcher. Generally, nowadays, outsourcing process is going on. Outsources for everybody having only research idea. They don't know how to analyze it. They don't know statistical knowledge. For the statistical analysis, the researchers will approach the concerned research department for their analysis. For their analysis, research department, they will judge for this data what are the tools and techniques are to be used, what are the testing tools are to be used, what is the nature of the test is suitable for this data, F test, T test, Z test, and factor analysis. What are the tests are suitable for this? Only statistics department only can judge suitably. They can decide. They can decide what are the statistical tools which are very much suitable for this data analyzation. Like that, knowledge of the doing research must have the statistical knowledge. Nowadays, research scholars, after preparation of the primary chapters, they will go for the research analysis with the research departments, research analyzation department experts for the research analysis. They will correctly judge. We have to take the help. No wrong in it. But cut, copy, paste is crime. Don't do. All the researcher, my sincere advice, not to take any unfair trade practices. Don't do any cut, copy, paste process. You have to refer so many journals on your topic. You have to verify so many journals. You have to verify the net and search your topic So many topics will come. South Ganga, you can search South Ganga through South Ganga. You can search so many thousands of the researchers. Researchers will come, and you can verify your topic, how they are proceeding, how they are constructing the research topic, how they are following, what is the flow of the research. You have to train, and you have to inquire the professors also. You have to gain the knowledge through professors also. That is the research knowledge you have to get in such a way. In such a way. Next slide for qualities of the researchers. Qualities of the researchers. Fourth slide, madam. Fourth slide. Hello, my dear participants. Are you able to follow? Because the time is very short, you are going speedily. Are you following? Hello, my dear participants. Are you following? Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rajita. Thank you, madam. Thank you, ma. Okay. Yes, Sujata, madam. Thank you very much. Okay. It must be useful to you all. It must be useful. My PPT is also with you. They will share definitely to you all. Okay. Priyanka Sonik. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. As qualities, every researcher must have some good qualities. Good qualities. Research qualities. Research qualities. First and foremost quality of the researcher must have firmly committed to the research process. You must have strong determination. You must have the strong determination to do my research on a topic selected in a concerned field. In a concerned field, research thirst. Research thirst must be there. Research thirst may be there. Research anxiety, research desire must be there to every student. Every student. From the childhood onwards, every child wants to know something from his or her mother. Why the moon is hanging in the sky? Why it is not coming to the earth? Why is it hanging? They will ask. Why the flights are flying in the, they are not at all running on the earth? Why? What is the reason? What is the reason? How the stars are blinking in the sky? How? Why they are not coming to us? Just children they will ask. Children they will ask. That is the seed of the development, growth and development. For every researcher must have such kind of desire, such kind of desire. Knowing everybody must wants to know something from the society, from the educational institutions, from the friends, from the society, from the relatives, like that. That is the first and foremost quality of the researcher, to know something about it, about the research work. Everybody must have the research knowledge. Everybody must have the desire of the research, do the research work, do the research work. That is the first and foremost quality. Next, researcher must be able to identify the appropriate problem. We have to identify, we have to assess, we have to correctly locate the problem where it is. 50% of the research work can be completed with your correct identification of the problem. Correct identification of the problem. That is your analytical process. Next, that is the appropriate identification. Next, scientific researchers must be keen and watchful, analytical, and results comparing. Scientific scientists. Scientists are always on the experiments. They will do the experiment on trial and error basis up to the completion of the topic, up to the completion of the uh, research work. Up to the completion of this success, they will do on experiments. Next, fifth slide, madam. Fifth slide. Research design. Fifth slide. Research design. That is very, very important. How to proceed our research work. How to proceed our research work. It is also very, very important. The research design provides an outline on what researcher is going to do in terms of framing. First of all, significance and need of the study. Next, period of the study. Scope of the study, up to what extension, up to what level we have to do. Period of the study, from so and so period to so and so period, up to 5 years minimum should take to make our study. Significance of the study. What is the importance of the study? We have to identify it. Relevant data, suitable data for the study, we have to take from the concerned sources. Area at which research should be done. Particular area, particular location, particular field, we have to select. Sampling, that is called sampling. Selection of sample design, area, unit, population, and organization also we have to take. And sources of the data collection must be properly, you have to do it. That is the, through nowadays, through the Google Sheets also we are getting the data. You need not approach each and every person. You can mail them. You can mail them. You can do. Nowadays, you can use the technology, computer technology. SPSS package is there. SPSS package is there. SPSS, through SPSS package, you can analyze the data. Statistically, you can analyze the data. You can come to the conclusions. You can interpret. You can analyze in such a way. Sources of the data, you can process it. After getting the data, you have to process in tabulation work and apply the statistical tools and find out the results, discuss the results and interpretation, and finally you have to submit the report, draft report. You have to prepare the draft report. Yes, data interpretation and report writing. Next. Next, sixth slide, madam. Sixth slide. Methods of the data collection already explained to you. Primary data, secondary data, already explained to you. Sixth data, sixth slide. Interview method, oral, telephonic, observation method, through the mailing, structured questionnaires, schedules sent to through enumerators, field level information data. Secondary sources, published sources, unpublished sources, internal records, annual returns, periodical returns, progress reports of the organizations, external records, head office records, and overall sales production previous records. Seventh slide, madam. Seventh slide. Contents of the research paper. It is very, very important. Our topic, how to prepare a research article in different parts. Now, it is a major part of our today's session. Contents of the research paper. First of all, the title. Title should not be so long as paragraph. It should be only one sentence type. In that, your area of the study, your nature of the study, your particular desire of the study should you have to mention. You have to mention correctly in the title. Title must be attractive. Attractive title should be. On the seeing the title, on the observation of the title, reader must be interested to go further in the topic concerned. That is the nature of the title. Title should be attractive. Next, author brief profile. Of course, research scholar, details must be there. Abstract briefing of the research work. After the author profile, you have to give the abstract. Abstract is nothing but it is a gist of the total research work. It is a gist of the research. What are the inputs you have given. What is the nature of the topic you want to go and study? What is importance? What is the scope? What is the period? What are the statistical tools? Just briefly, you have to mention in the abstract. What is the objective? What are the objectives? With what objectives you have selected this topic to make your study? That is abstract. Only 200 words you have to confine. You have to limit the abstract with the 200 words. That is the main. That is the main. After that, the keywords. Keywords. You have to mention 5 to 6 from the abstract. From the abstract. By observation of the keywords, how you are going to concentrate on what objectives, on what topics you are going to make study. That the readers can assess your caliber by seeing the keywords. That is the nature of the keywords mentioning. Next, introduction. Hello. Next, introduction part. The brief introduction of the total topic, significance, importance, like that. Evolution and importance, why you have selected, like that. Evolution. That is all introduction part. Need of the study, significance, importance of the study. Why you have selected this? What is the importance? What is the significance of the selection of this topic? You have to take. And review of the literature, very, very important. Previous researchers, previous research authors, why they have, how they have studied different research authors studies you have to take. In the paper, you can mention at least 10 to 15 members, researchers. In paper, you have to mention 10 to 15 research reviews. After the research review, you have to find out research gap. Research gap means previous research, how long they have studied, what are their findings, what are their observations of your study. In the research gap, what you have to make your study, what you have to concentrate, what are the topics you have to concentrate on this. In such a way, you have to mention research gap. In the research gap, the readers must thoroughly concentrate on that, because you have mentioned in the research gap on this topic, your work is going on like this research gap. Next, statement of the problem, appropriate, correct problem you have to mention on that. You have to concentrate on your research topic. Your questionnaire also should be on that problem and objectives. What are the problem and objectives and hypothesis you have given on that topic? You have to give the further questionnaire topics, questionnaire questions. In the questions, you have to give appropriate questions, not more than 15 to 25. Relevant questions, direct questions, easy questions, and not difficult questions, not personal, sentimental questions should not ask. Repeatedly, questions should not be asked. You should not test the patience of the respondents. Direct questions should be given. It must be related to your topic. Any question you design, it must be related to the topic concerned. Next, framing of the object is very, very important. Very, very important. On these objectives only, your research work should proceed. One or two objectives you can fix in your paper. In the research thesis, 4 to 5 objectives you can fix, but in the paper, 2 or 3 maximums enough. 2 or 3 maximum objectives you can fix. Hypothesis also very, very important. On particular hypothesis means a tentative predictive statement. Tentative predictive statement. You have to prove it. You have to prove it by certain tests, chi-square test, ANOVA, t-test, F-test, Z-test, like that. Whatever the test is proved. Generally, hypothesis is will be tested for the fitness of the data, for the correctness of the data, for the correctness of the data, for the fitness of the data. That is why hypothesis test should be made. Whether it is proved or not, that is different. It should not be, it can't be proved. Of course, leave it. It must be proved. Okay. Whatever the result you can put there. Like that. Next, scope of the study. Up to what level you are going to study. Up to what extent you are going to study. That is our scope of the study. Period of the study, certain period you have to select. During that period, data should be collected, data should be analyzed and process it. Everything you have to confine to that particular period. For that, you have to select the period of the study. Research methodology, sources of the data. Okay, these are all explained to you previously. Data processing through the tabulation process, table wise, rows and columns. You have to fix title of the table. You have to fix, and data should be processed in that. That is tabulation work. Analysis with the appropriate statistical tools also you have to give. Next, findings, observations, discussions of the results, conclusions, recommendations. Next, discussion of the report. Limitations, very, very important. Honestly, you can accept your limitations. With certain limitations, I can't get the process this research. This period of the study, for example, you have selected five years period, not beyond that, because time constraint. Data, you have collected the data through the certain sources, not beyond that, because confidentiality is there in many organizations. They will not give the data to the persons directly. That is also limitation. That is also every organization you can't cover. Entire world you can't cover. Only certain period, certain limited area, certain data only you collect. That is unsolved. That is beyond your limits. Beyond your limit, if there is any obstacles, you can mention there. That is limitations. That limitations you can leave for further future study of the research. References by bibliography. This references, last topic, references. References means inside textation. What are the review of the literatures and what are the quotations you have given in text from the different authors and write that. That is all you have to mention in the text itself. In such a way, you can escape from the plagiarism also. Before getting somebody's work, basing on that, we are processing our research. You have to mention their name, their research work. You can mention by mentioning their name and article and publication volume, like that. That is in text citation, giving number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Where text mentioned by author, you have to mention name by name also. That is in text citation. If in text citations are more, definitely you can escape from the plagiarism also. And bibliography, last references. What are the articles you have referred? What are the books you have referred? What are the theses you have referred? What are the journals, articles, papers you have referred? All those must be given in a chronological manner, APA style, American Psychological Association, APA style. You can mention the references. That is called bibliography. Next, finally, appendix. Questionnaires should be enclosed to that topic. Questionnaire in which you have collected the data. Questionnaire, list of the tables, list of the charts, list of the graphs, all that. That is all final with this is the shape of the research. Next, madam, 5 minutes time over by the standards of the research paper publication. Also, some of the slides, two more slides are there. Can we take 10 minutes more? Hello, madam. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, okay. Thank you, madam. Yes, standards of the research paper publication. Certain standards we have to follow. It is not the student answering questions. Research paper writing means having specialized skill, specialized knowledge, and you have collected the data and tabulated it and processed it, analyzed it. The results you have interpreted. For that, writing of a research paper must have certain standards. Certain standards. Research-oriented language you have to give in your paper. Research-oriented language. Simple language is enough, not extraordinary language. It must be able to understand to the readers. Readers must have interest in reading of your paper. Title should be attractive one. Title should be attractive one. Next, topic, abstract, introduction, all the research contents must be attractive. Next, research content should be original. That is, must be standard. Don't do cut, copy, paste. There must be so many sources are available. Papers, printed, published papers are available. Research theses are also available. And so many topics are available in the net. But take the concept from anywhere. Take the concept anywhere. No problem. But you have to incorporate with your own idea, Send a own sentence formation without having any mistakes, without having any spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes. Like that, you have to mention the topic at your own style of the writing is very, very important. Plagiarism should not be exceeded 10% as per the UGC norms. Plagiarism should not exceed 10%. 10%. In thesis also, and not more than 10%. Of course, some of the organizations, publishers, they are giving up to 15% or 20%. Private publishers, they are giving. But we have to decide plagiarism should not be not more than 5%. In my papers also, so many papers published, so many books I have written. In my books or the articles or the chapters, I have not exceeded 5% of the plagiarism. I will take the concepts. I will take the in-text citation. I will take the references. I will study their works. But I will mention their names. If it is not mentioned their names, it is nothing but thefting of their hardworking research. It is thefting. Well, we have to keep in mind, we have to construct our own words, our own sentence. That is original. Your topic must be your original. Similarly, it should not more than 20% in accordance of the rules and published agencies. Some of the agencies, some of the private publishers are allowing 20% also, but you should not do that practice. Up to 10% only you have to fix. 5 or 6 keywords to the abstract. Words should not exceed 8 pages. Papers should not exceed 8 pages. That is more than 3,000 words. 3,000 words and 8 pages should not exceed if it is a paper. Thesis. If it is a thesis, not more than 350 or 400. Quantity is not important here. Quality is very, very important. Quality. Researchable content should be there. Your own originality should be there. Without originality, cut, copy, paste is nothing interested to anybody. For that, you have to create interest among the readers. Your topic must be like that. Your way of the expression must be like that. Our way of process methodology must be like that. Statistical tools application must be like that, according to that. That is, uh, text should be free from spelling mistakes, grammar, like that. Uh, and coheration, very, very important. అంటే mutually that coherent అంట. And mutually that must have coordination between sentence to sentence in the total text. Page alignment should be there neatly. It must be centered, 1.5 page left and 1.5 page right and bottom and top. Like that, page alignment should be there. Line spacing must be clearly mentioned. Margins, paragraph settings also you have to clearly mention. In-text citation should be there, compulsory. In-text citation should be compulsory. And consistency of the textual topic. You have to comment, you have to make your command. You have to make your comment on your topic. Every word you have written, you must be able to explain in the viva. In the viva, you have to master your thesis. You have to master your dissertation. You have to master your paper, whatever the topic. Recently, we have conducted viva for the students. For in so many colleges, in our college also, they have written, they have submitted the project work. In the viva, they are unable to explain what is the significance of the topic you have selected and what are the sources of the data. What is the importance, significance? In such a way, you should not be like that. You should not be like that. Topic selected means with your own interest. Data collection sources must be at your own methodology. Whatever. Statistical tools must be, you must be explained. You must be able to explain it. That is the writing style of the research paper. Simple language. Research paper must be with simple language. It should be well written with a logical sequence. Select a particular method of study, case study. You can take a particular case or analytical study, analyzed manner. You can do the empirical statistical study also. Empirical means numerical data. Numerical database. Numerical database must be the method of technology, method of research. Yes, comprehensive study. That is all. This is writing style. All findings, conclusions should be briefly be explained clearly. Whatever the findings and observations should not be out of the data analysis. Whatever the data analyzed, result arrived, that must be your conclusion. That must be your result. That must be your findings, not your own idea. Observation in the ATMs, we can observe so many things. We can observe so many things. Slip may not come for the transaction. Of course, not working properly. Cash is not dispensing. These are the problems you can observe. In the observation, you can mention one or two like that. But major findings, observations must be out of the tabulation analysis, table analysis, statistical analysis only. Next, lastly, authors should conclude the study with suitable recommendations. Their suggestions. Everybody will give the problems. Everybody will give the problems. But when the problem is given, you must find out the solution also. Solution also you have to give. Recommendations, solutions also you have to give, suggestions you have to give to the problems concerned. Any research study must have certain limitations. Limitations, you can accept your limitations honestly. Honestly, you can have to accept. What are the limitations? You can leave for a future course of study. Next, qualities of the good questionnaire already explained to you. Questionnaire should not be exceeded maximum 25 questions. Questions must be simple, direct, and must be with clarity. Questions should be designed and according to the nature of the research study, problem of the study, objectives, and questions should not be framed irrelevantly. Irrelevant questions should not be given. Matter questions should be given according to the objectives, nature of the study, and like that. Then only your questionnaire is valid. Don't waste the time of the respondents. Don't vex them. Don't vex them. Don't test their patience. Lengthy questions should not be given. It is just like your questionnaire should be just like as the question paper to the students. If the questions are long and rounded about and ambiguity, students may feel very inconvenient in the examinations. After the examination, they will discuss what is this question paper, why, who selected this question, who selected this question, who have given this question paper like this. They are commenting. As a researcher, as a researcher, as a research scholar, we have to design the questions according to the nature of the objectives, topic, nature of the topic, sampling, like that. We have to design the questions. Personal confidential questions should not be asked. And simple answering questions only, multiple choice questions, yes or no type questions. Questions should be simple to understand and easy to answer. And questions should be arranged logically with sequence. Avoid confusing questions. Avoid confusing the respondents. Sensitive, lengthy questions should be avoided. Okay. Last slide, sampling techniques. It's the sample, whatever sample we have to select, that must be convenient for us. That must be relevant to our study. Irrelevant sampling, huge number of the sampling should be avoided. Huge number of the sampling should be avoided first. Irrelevant sampling should be avoided. Suppose you are doing banking. You are doing banking topic for your study. You have given the questions related to the insurance topic. What is the relation between banking and insurance? We should not do like that. Relevant sampling should be given. Relevant minimum, it minimizes the whatever the sample you have to collect, you have to select, that minimize the cost of the research. Long way to visit your organization of the sample should not be there. You have to visit the organization frequently. Should not be far away place. It is surrounding place only you have to select for your topic. More reliable, accurate results will come. Okay, it provides more information. Having administrative convenience, whatever the sample you have to take, that must be able to reach, able to follow the people concerned and get the informations. Okay. This is all about today's topic. Now the audience part. Hello, how you are feeling, my dear participants? Whether it is useful or not?
The session is open for discussion now. You can post your questions in the chat box, or you can directly unmute and interact with the resource person. Thank you.
Okay, madam. Madam, are you Jayalakshmi, madam?
No, sir.
Okay. Right. Okay, madam.
It's a question posted by Sujata ma'am, sir. Can I read the
Okay.
question?
Okay, madam. Yes.
Sir, can there be a null hypothesis? How without hypothesis? Little confused. Can you please explain?
Null hypothesis means there is no need of the topic. There is no importance in that hypothesis formulation. There is no content. There is no proving result in there should be there. In the alternative hypothesis, something is there to prove it. Null hypothesis, there is no item to prove it. But it should be the for that it is treated as null hypothesis because there is no content to prove it, because there is no matter to decide it. Next question, madam. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam.
Any other questions?
Any other questions, please? In testing of the hypothesis, generally, the chi-square test is very accurate testing tool. In the, there is a flow diagram also. In limited time is there to present all those slides. If any future occasion is available, I will go in detail with regard to the testing process also, definitely. In the
Sir,
meanwhile,
there's one more question, sir.
madam.
Examples of samplings.
Samplings means I have given some examples there. What are the related topics and related to your title, to your objectives, to your process of the research? You have to select concerned area, concerned organization, concerned topic. For example, a banking topic you have selected. In banking topic, so many banks are there. If it is a case study, particular state bank, public sector banks, you have selected the sampling state bank or syndicate bank or any corporation bank or any union bank. In a particular bank, in that particular bank, you want to study the entire processing of the portfolio. If you want to make a study with regard to the particular case in the state bank or organization, any organization you take, any organization, L&T organization, or any software organization, any educational institution, or any hospitals. If it is a comparative study, for example, comparative study means corporate hospitals, between corporate hospitals and government sector hospitals. If it is a educational institutions, you can compare the two types of the organizations: private sector, corporate sector organizations, and private sector organizations. If it's a transportation, public transportation, metro rail and RTC, public sector, and private sector, private bus operators, you can take. If it is a case study, like that, sampling area, for example, in the particular area, there is a particular problem, particular location, you can select. That is sampling. That is particular sampling.
Sir,
Okay.
what are
Okay.
your thoughts on a new topic being researched and getting negative results? Should the study be published or not?
Negative approaches should not be there. Negative approaches should not be. Any research work is not ineligible. Any topic is not ineligible for the research. But negative approaches should not be do in the research work. No negative approaches should be there. With a negative approach, you should not do the research. With the positive results only, you have to approach the research. With the positive results only, expecting the positive results only, you have to do the research. Everything in the world is researchable.
So there's one more question, sir.
Okay, madam.
Secondary research or review papers are published easily.
Secondary? One more
Secondary
time.
research or review papers are published easily.
Okay, secondary papers means already something done, the research or book writing. Book writing they have completed. That is their original research work. How they have done, what are the inputs they have given, what is the methodology they have adopted. That is the review. What are the various topics they have selected for the review process? What are the various organizations they have visited? What are the statistical tools they have used? What are the various methods? How many tables you have? How tabulated? What are the results? What are the interpretation? What are the finding observation? What are the new innovation in their project? That is the review paper. That is the review paper. Already review paper.
Good evening, sir. Hello.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. I hope my presentation
Sir, I am Victor
satisfactory.
Emmanuel, sir, speaking. So, is
O-
the need
Okay.
and statement of study is same, sir? Hello.
Review. Hello, sir. Hello.
Need and the
One
statement.
more time.
Hello. Is the
Hello,
need
hello,
and the
sir.
statement of the problem same, sir?
Okay, okay. Need there.
Hello.
Need and significance, just like significance.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Is
Hello,
it
sir.
same or
Are you
different, sir?
Are you audible? Oh, not
Audible,
different.
sir.
It is different. It is different.
Different.
Yes, yes. Statement of the problem means on what problem you are going
Okay.
to define, are going to research on with some problem.
Mm.
On with some problem, you are going to make your
Mm.
study. Need means significance, significance of the study,
Okay.
importance of the
Mm.
study. For example, there is a COVID
Mm.
situation. There is a COVID situation worldwide. We have suffered.
Okay, sir.
Immediately, that problem must be
Mm.
encountered immediately. Immediately. For that is the need
Mm.
with regard to the public health point of view. That is
Okay.
importance of the study, importance
Okay.
of the scientific reason,
Okay.
scientific proven. Finding of the vaccines also very important to get the public,
Okay, sir.
to safeguard the public. That is the need and significance. Problem means with what problem the public are suffering. On that, what we have to find out, that is the process of the research. I hope you are satisfied.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Okay, sir. Well understood. Thank you for
Okay.
your explanation, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank
Any
you.
more questions? Shall we wind up, sir?
With your permission, madam.
On behalf of IOT
Wha-
Academy, I thank Dr. Srinivasa Patmaka for your very excellent and informative speech. Sir. It was very useful, and thanks for the wonderful presentation also. I thank all the participants for joining the session. Thank you all. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, organizers, particularly Jayalakshmi madam and other organizing team. I am very much thankful for providing this opportunity. And moreover, my special thanks to all the participants for patiently listened the topic. I hope my topic is useful to them for their research work in future. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you very much, madam. All
Thank
the
you, sir.
best. All the
Thank you.
best. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
God
Thank
bless
you
you,
very
sir.
much.
Kindly submit the feedback form using the link that has been
Thank you,
posted
sir.
in the chat box.
Yes, your feedback is helpful to me very well. If any uh, lapses on my behalf, please excuse me. Please excuse me. And feedback you can mention in feedback. I will set right in future. Okay, madam.
Yes, sir. We'll let you know.
Madam, shall I take leave?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So there is a message for you, sir. Can I read it?
Yes, yes. ఒక్క నిమిషం చూస్తున్నాం మేడం.
Sir, in your next class, please explain about how to write a paper publication. They have requested you to explain how to write a paper publication, sir, in your next class.
It is a question for you.
And no, sir, they have requested you to explain how to write a paper publication in your next.
I have given a certain contents. I have explained certain contents. First of all, title should be selected. Is it audible? Is it audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, title should select appropriately. In the title, what are the topic you have selected? What are the need and significance of your topic? What is the area of the topic you want to going to study? You have to mention in the title. That is it. Title selection is itself is an indication of your interest for your study. That is the main. Next, abstract. Abstract, author's profile. Next, abstract. In the abstract, generally, many authors will do after writing entire paper. They will write the abstract. What are the inputs given? What are the significances? What are the objects? What are the areas they have covered? In the abstract, all these will give. In the below the abstract, 5 to 6 keywords also you have to mention, because certain keywords will give certain importance of your area of the study. In that abstract, only brief gist of the total entire paper you have to mention with keywords. After that, introduction of the topic selected. What are the topic you have selected? For that, introduction of the topic, evolution, when the topic started, when that area actually suffered with that problem, or like that, you have to give the pretext of that previous introductory topics. That is introduction of the total topic concerned. Particularly, for example, on banking, insurance, transportation, hospitalization, like that. Whatever the topic you have selected, what is the significance, what is the importance, what is the evolution, what is the nature of the organizations serving, like that, you have to give the introduction. In the introduction, after the introduction, need of the study or significance of the study, you have to mention. Significance of this. After the significance of the study, in the significance generally, in the importance, with what objects, with what aims you are going to study this. That is the importance of the study will cover. Certain aims, certain objectives you have to mention for which you have selected the topic. That is the purpose of the topic you have selected. That is importance of the topic. Next, review of the literature. On that particular selected topic, what are the previous studies? What are the previous studies you have studied? What are the previous researchers they have studied? Up to what extent they have studied? That you have to mention. At least in the paper, 10 to 15 previous researchers works you have to mention. Their articles, their aims, their objectives, their findings, like that. In each and every paragraph, you have to mention all those, like that you have to mention. From that overall review, what is the overall review of the 10 to 15 previous studies? That is called literature review. That is called overall review of the previous research studies. You have to mention in that. Next, research gap. Research gap means previously some researchers they have studied up to certain level, related to this topic, your topic. Beyond that, beyond that, you have to make further course of the research. Further course of the research. Already studied topic, you should not again study. Beyond that, uncovered topic previously, we uncovered period, uncovered area, uncovered organizations, you can select. You can select for your study. That is the research gap. You have to mention in that. Next statement of the problem on the particular field, particular area, particular organization, certain problem is there. On that particular problem, you are going to make a study. That is the study. On particular problem, you have to continue your research work. Your questionnaire should be on that. Your objectives must be on that. Your hypothesis must be on that. You have to frame like that. Your problem is a base for fixing the objectives. Your problem is a base for fixing the hypothesis. Your problem is the base for getting the samples. That is the main need and importance of the statement of the problem. Madam, are you able to listen? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your good name, madam?
Anisha, sir.
Anisha, okay, good night. What you are doing? What you are studying? Have you participated in this?
No, sir, I'm an organizer from IOT, sir.
Okay. Right, madam. Research problem on which you have to construct the objectives and sampling and methodology like that. Further from that you have to select the methodology. Methodology is collection of the data sources, either from primary sources or secondary sources. Primary sources, if you select through the questionnaire field level from the respondents, directly you can collect through the Google Sheets also, mailing the questionnaires to the concerned mails of the respondents. In particular, rural area people, they will have no the emails and technology. For that, you have to go through the enumerators or appointed trained persons for that to collect the data from the concerned field level. Like that, questionnaires are the tools of the collecting the data directly from the concerned respondents. In addition to that, interviews directly or the virtual interviews also, primary sources, you can use them, you can inquire them directly. Observation also, you can go directly to the organizations and you can observe the portfolio, how they are going, how they are working, how they are responding to the customers, what are the customer services, directly you can observe. That is the way. These are all primary sources. Secondary sources means already some of the researchers already they have studied, they have published unpublished articles and published articles also. You can take from journals, from the magazines, from the newspapers, from the books, from the thesis, from the dissertations. Also you can collect. You have to study their objectives and their aims and their hypothesis, their findings, their observations also you can take. You can mention also by mentioning their names. That is the methodology for the statistical tools. What are the statistical tools you are going to apply according to the data requirement, according to the data analysis? What are the statistical tools we are using? Averages, correlation, standard deviation, or any that. Generally, researchers will depend for the statistical analysis majorly from the outsourcing agencies. You can do like that. No wrong in at all. That is a methodology process of the sampling, process of the data collection, process of the statistical analysis. You have to mention this methodology. Next, further process, you can start that. Period of the study, you have to select. Scope of the study, you have to select. Or area of the study, you can select. These are all the various contents. Next, statistical analysis, interpretation, report writing, results discussion, and finally references, bibliography, and limitations, if any. For that, you leave that matter for future course of the research. This is the structure of the paper. These contents you must put in your research paper. Okay, madam?
Yes, sir. Shall we wind up, sir?
Okay, madam. Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, madam.